you change your life today? Today. This very instant. This is not clickbait either. Dead ass. This life game is so simple, it's maddening. When you really spend time diving in, like you in the trenches, you in the weeds, and it finally clicks. Like, it's only one thing. It's only one thing. If everything went down today, if I could only give you one final message, and the internet was going to go down, the phone was going to go down for whatever, like we could no longer contact, and this is, I could only give you one thing. Oh, you ready? Get your notepad. Open up your notes on your phone. You ready? If I could only give you one thing, only one thing you need to know, only one thing, it would be this. Think only in your favor. That's the only thing you got to do. It's game over. Or maybe I should say game on. That's the only thing you got to do. Think only in your favor. Well, Rook, I mean, I do that. No, you don't. Shut up. You don't. Because if you did, you'd be living the life you want, and you're not. So shut up and take it from somebody. Like, I can't even explain. Listen, just trust me when I tell you how. I know. Okay. Let's just leave it at that. I fucking know. You're not doing it. You're not thinking in your favor. You're not doing it. If you would think in your favor, you would get and experience what it is that you want. You are thinking about plan Bs. You are thinking about contingency plans. You are thinking about how to react. Let me use that word, react to the situations that you don't like. You are not creating the ideal. I was talking about how I was listening to Tom Karen, and I've used the analogy before about this being a movie, right? And when you know how the movie ends, you don't trip on the middle. But I was listening to Tom, and he added something to this that I liked. And he was talking about every time you move your attention from the ideal, every time you entertain circumstances that you don't want, and you react to people, places, and things that are not in alignment with your ideal, it's equivalent to you being the person who talks in the middle of a movie. You ever been watching a movie? I just thought about this yesterday. You ever been watching a movie that you've already seen with somebody else and they just panicking? Oh, girl, don't go in there. Girl, she gonna die. He is so stupid. He gonna get killed. Just gonna, and you're sitting there like, you don't want to give it away, but you unmoved. Why are you unmoved? Why are you unmoved? Because you know how it ends. You've seen it before. You've seen the story. You've seen the movie before. You know how it ends. So nothing. The movie could be 3 hours long. Nothing that you see from minute one to the last minute moves you because you know how it ends. Come on, grab your Bibles and go with me, okay? Grab your Bibles and go with me. Matter of fact, I got a great Bible verse. I've heard a piece of this Bible verse in church, but they left out 3 key words, okay? It was John 12:32, and it says, if I be lifted up, I'll draw all men unto me. Now, that's the version I got. They left something out though. When I went and, read it myself, I'm like, wait. I don't remember hearing there's a part there. And the part that was left out was, and if I be lifted up from the earth, I'll draw all men unto me. Now, what does that mean? If you don't know how to decode the Bible, you should put it down. You probably should put it down. It's probably doing more harm than it is help to you. Honestly. You have to be able to decode. That's the key to this thing. You know what y'all doing? Y'all online arguing about whether Jesus was white or black. That's what you're spending your time doing. Arguing about whether the physical Israel and physical people from physical Israel are the chosen people or the Hebrew. Like, you don't know how to decode. It's okay though. You need something to do while you're here on earth, and that keeps you busy. So have at it. For the rest of us, however, we get into the knowing. We don't look at things, we look through them. So the first question we have to ask is, who is the I? The I is always your ass. That's the personality you. That's what we call the ego mind. Okay? The I am is your awareness of the God self. Your awareness of being God is the I am. Okay? Just FYI. So when it says, if my carnal mind, material mind, sense mind, because that's what sense consciousness is. You have Christ consciousness and you have sense consciousness. Your sense consciousness is what allows you to navigate this physical world. It's your it's really your, I was about to say personal reality, but it's your personality. If I lift that above the earth, well, we know the earth always represents the physical realm. It always represents the limited perspective, the limited mind, the limited consciousness. So if I lift that up, I will draw all men unto me, meaning I will draw all manifestations unto me. What are manifestations? Your thoughts are manifestations. Your feelings are manifestations. Your circumstances are manifestations. So the game that it's so eloquently giving you is that it is your mind. Wherever you stay in imagination, wherever you stay in imagining, you draw that unto you. Boy, that's some fire. Boy, that's some fire right there. If I be lifted up, I'll draw all men unto me. If I keep my attention on the ideal, I will draw the ideal unto me. Now, we also know that you can use that same mind to keep your mind or keep your focus on the problems. And guess what you're going to draw to your ass? The problem. That's how I know you ain't thinking in your favor. You are thinking about contingency plans. You're thinking about plan Bs. You're thinking about, well, if this person does this, this is how I'm going to respond. If this goes belly up, this is how I'm going to respond. And you do not use your mind to think anything other than in your favor. This is the message. This is the takeaway. If you remember nothing else, if you read nothing else, if you watch nothing else, think only in your favor. That's where your power is. It has to go your way. You have to get what you want. You don't sit and think about how to respond to someone difficult. You imagine them as not being difficult. You imagine them as being in total harmony with you, total cooperation with you, because your reality is a reflection of your awareness. So you become aware of the best in others. This is what the good book means by do unto others as you would have them to do unto you. God don't care really what you do. And when I say God, you have to understand what that is. We're only talking about your awareness. That's all we're talking about. So who cares? Like, you can really treat people any kind of way you want. you guys have the illusion that if you treat people bad, bad comes back to you. No, that you believe that. It's that we have record of people doing wicked shit to people and they living just fine. Well, that's all right. They're gonna get theirs though. When? When they gonna get it? Like that's just little like that's why y'all love that karma shit. Y'all love like eh, eh, yeah, you're gonna get it back. It's not you gonna that's what happens to you because you believe in that shit. Karma means action. You resolve action. I mean, you resolve karma by leaving the mind behind that reacts. That's how you resolve it. I'm no longer reactive. That's how I resolve it. I no longer believe, I no longer accept that anything that I've previously done makes me guilty, makes me unclean, makes me unworthy. Resolved it, done. We'll do it. Let's do a whole nother video on that to break this karma shit. I want you to free yourself from this nonsense. I want you to free yourself from all this bullshit that you keep telling yourself. There ain't no hell. The only hell is the one you in right now. Oh, I know the hell you in. Ask Rook how she know the hell you in right now. Suffering. Imagine. I need some props. Imagine, right? Like, imagine this. I'm gonna tell you one of the greatest, I think, shifts. We could call it awakenings that I had. It all started from this one dream of being in the desert. And when you understand what the desert represents, even in the Bible, it's a dry place. Is where you feel spiritually disconnected, right? I don't want to go off on that tangent, right? Because that's a whole nother conversation. We'll talk about that later. But imagine you in the desert, right? Like it like somebody just plops you right in, like you just you just there. Think about like the Sims game or Roblox, right? You are completely limitless. You are all powerful. Everything that you put on are your limitations. So the hat you choose is a limitation. The shirt you decide to put on, the pants you decide to put on, the shoes you decide to put on. Okay, if you pick up a weapon, if you pick up an umbrella, these are all limitations. You start without limitations. You put on the limitations. This is what we're doing with life. You're fighting for your limitation. When I say to you that all you have to do is think in your favor, your mind says it's not that simple, Rook. If it was that simple, Rook, everybody would do it. Everybody would do it. It is that simple. It has always been that simple. You don't have to try to be powerful. That ain't what you got to do. You just be powerful. You just accept that you are. You release anything, you take off. You take off. Take the hat off that says you're not. Take the shirt off that says you're running out of time. Take the pants off that suggests that you're trapped. You cannot be trapped. I love in the Course of Miracles when it says, that's another banger. You got to be, that's an interesting read. Even the book, so somebody was asking me about the 12 powers of man. Even that's really not a beginner's book. It's actually, he says that, Charles says that on the first page, first two paragraphs. He was like, this is not for beginners. He says the average person, especially particularly the religious mind, has no understanding of the subconscious or the superconscious. And he is presenting this information with the idea that you have a base level of understanding of that. That's not to say you shouldn't read it, but it's really not a beginner's book, so to speak. And the Course of Miracles is so fascinating to read the not really testimonials, I guess more so reviews from people who've read it. and how many of them say they either bought it and it sat for years, or they started reading it and it was like, what the hell, and put it down for years. And then at some point it called them again. When a student is ready, when a student is ready, that don't mean you got to do nothing to get ready. See, the readiness is your acceptance. That's the good news. We trying to be ready. There's nothing to do to be ready. You're ready now by just saying I'm ready. But anyway, I was about to say the Course of Miracles says it's only possible to be in an empire. No. I'm jacking it up. Okay, go back. You can only be in an impossible situation because you believe it's possible to be in one. I'm jacking it up, but something like that. Basically, the fact that you believe it's possible to be in an impossible situation is why your funky ass is in an impossible situation. That's what you feed. You keep that alive. You think only in your favor. You don't keep alive what you don't want to be alive. When the Bible says, let the dead bury the dead, I like to use it in reference to people, but that's really not what it's talking about. You let the dead thought, you let the dead thought, the dead thoughts, which represent the old, that which is not the ideal, you let it let it bury itself. The lovely, great story about um, Lot and his wife. We've talked about this before. God told him to leave the city, Sodom and Gomorrah, to leave the city. The city is wicked. Every name in the book represents nature. Every person in the book is you. It's the unfolding of some aspect of you. That's what the whole book is, an unfolding of man's consciousness, the evolution of man's soul. That's what the whole book is talking about. Y'all sitting here arguing about whether Jesus was white or black. That cracks me up every time. Anyway, he said leave the city. The city, a dwelling place. Always talking about your mind, where you are in consciousness. Right now, you're in hell. God, your higher awareness, is saying to you to leave that city. He's also giving instructions to you. That's what is represented, right? Your God is saying to you, your awareness is saying to you to leave that city and don't turn back. He gave specific instructions not to turn back. So Lot and his wife leave the city. But guess what the wife did? Men love this, right? The fellas love this. Like, women don't never fucking listen, right? They love it. They love the point. Yeah, look. Okay, that's fine. I don't even argue, it's true. But in the story, Lot's wife turns back. She looks back. And she turns into a pillar of salt. You know what's so funny about reading throughout the Bible and trying to listen to the fellas use the woman as an example of not listening and being problematic? They don't even know they're talking about themselves, because the woman in scripture represents the soul. That's why the more you war with that woman, the more you war with women, the more you war with your own soul. And you can always tell a troubled man by how much he wars with women and about women. Ladies, pay attention. Don't get upset. Keep letting these topics come up online. You see the souls in distress. Ain't no man who's at peace with himself. Ain't no man who feels in control of his life and himself online spewing nonstop vitriol about women. It just don't happen. Calling out BS, the BS, that's one thing. The rest of this stuff, souls in distress. What about the women, Rook? That's not what we're talking about right now. I call it out equally, straight down the middle. So Lot's wife represent the soul. Some would tie that into the subconscious, looking back. So she turned to a pillar of salt. What is salt? A preserver. What it's saying to you is that every single time you keep your attention on the unwanted, every single time you keep your attention on the problem, every single time you keep your attention on what you can't do and what ain't working and what's too much, you are preserving the old. Damn. That's a word, ain't it? So you can only be in an impossible situation because you believe it's possible to be in one. You can only be stuck because you believe it's possible to be stuck. You can only be broke because you believe it's possible to be broke. You can only be sick because you believe it's possible to be sick. You can only be late. You can only be delayed. You can only be unloved. You can only go without because you believe it's possible. You have not yet learned to, what did it say? Lift up that mind from earth to the heavens so that you can draw what it is that you want, so that you can experience what it is that you want. This is the only thing. If you don't do nothing else, if you don't put nothing else in your spirit, I think only in my favor. I think only in my favor. Once you figure this out, it covers all the bases. It's going to cover your health problems because you think only in your favor. It's gonna cover the fear that you got of the world because you think only in your favor. It's gonna cover the worry that you have about longevity and in relationships because you're gonna think only in your favor. It's gonna cover your finances and all of what you're doing, whether you're working on businesses, whether you're investing money, because you only think in your favor. You don't come up with no goddamn contingency plan. Fuck a contingency plan. You ain't who you say you are. That's the bottom line. Y'all are talkers. Fucking conceptualizers. That's what you like, to conceptualize some shit. You want to study. I'm studying. Nobody care about your studies, nigga. Who cares? I be here in the trenches, you know what I'm saying? I be studying for 12 hours a day. So, nigga, your life still trash. You still ain't getting your deepest desires. I ain't saying what your life should look like. I'm not saying what the ideal is for you. You know what your ideal is and you ain't living it. So who cares what you know? Lord have mercy. Who cares? It's all for show. You're just a talker. The good book says, don't be just a doer. Don't be just a hearer, be a doer. Think only in your favor. Think only in your favor. It has to go my way. It's my mind. I think if you look at it another way, if you would say, my mind is my reality. Why would I be a mark ass buster in my own mind? Why would I be stuck in my own mind? Huh? Why would I be at the mercy of somebody else in my own mind? Why would it possibly not go my way in my own mind, bro? In- I know in somebody else's mind, maybe. In my mind, I'm cut off. In my mind, I'm sick. In my mind, I'm too late. In my mind, I can't have children. In my mind, I can't find the love of my life. In your mind, it's your movie and you ain't writing in all of your best. The pen is in your hand. That's come on, y'all. Work with me here, good people. Work with me. What are we saying? What are we talking about here? You ain't never went crazy on yourself. Another good book is The Three Magic Words. I'd probably say that's not really a beginner's book either. It's a good read though, but it's one of those books where you read multiple times, and every time you read it, as you evolve, it hits different. But it's a good one. It's one for the archives, right? And U.S. Anderson uh, suggested that you go on a 30-day mental diet. And for 30 days, you think only in your favor. It doesn't mean that other thoughts won't come up, but you don't entertain or react to those thoughts. You don't entertain or consider those as possibilities for 30 days. Like, have you ever done, oof. And even if you get to day 7 and happen to entertain some bullshit, you got to go right back to 1. And you do that until you get through 30 days, speaking, thinking, acknowledging only in your favor. Now, what I would say is, you ain't even really got to start there. I would start with 24 hours. I would go on 24 hours. 24 hours of thinking only in your favor, that everything goes your way. Everything has unfolded the way you desire. You are in your dream reality. Everything that you have desired, if your body is not functioning the way you want, like if you've had trouble walking, but it was 24 hours, nigga, you is running, you is dancing, you tap dancing, you're doing the Tootsie Roll. For 24 hours, it's all about you. No matter what, I mean, everything around you could fall to hell, to pieces, but for 24 hours, only in your favor. And really, the step 1 in this, probably the first 24 hours, especially if you're not very aware of where your mind be or what you be entertaining, is being the watcher. You're gonna blow your mind. Don't even argue with me on this. Trust me, as a person, I don't think people understand the depths that I go. I really don't. I really don't. Like, when I say I do this shit, I do this shit. Okay. Trust me, you are not aware. You are not aware that you are planning for your demise. And you think that is being smart by coming up with a plan. It's like, this is going to go left. So I'm going to properly prepare for it to go left. And then I'm going to call myself being smart by being prepared for it going left. Although I planned for it to go left, so it ultimately went left. Why you do that? Oh, why you do that? Why you come online and let people convince you that time is running out? Can't nobody tell you about no. I don't want to hear shit about no time, bro. If you took a nap today and woke up and you lost all memory of time, okay? If you lost all memory of time, you woke up, you didn't know what a calendar was, you didn't know what a watch was, you didn't know what a clock was, you knew nothing about aging, how would you approach life? I mean, people could try to explain it to you like, don't you remember? I have no recollection of that. How would you move through life? How would you see yourself? You damn sure wouldn't be antsy about nothing, now would you? Of course not. So the shit that you're reacting to is not even yours. It's what was given to you. And I'm saying, what happens when you put that down and you think only in your favor? There ain't no fucking time in my reality, bitch. Y'all, y'all need to go on like a session. Like, I don't know. You need to get loud. You need to cuss yourself out. I don't know. This passive stuff, like, I'm just waiting on God to make a way, nigga. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You're not waiting on nothing but yourself. There's nothing else but you and your awareness. Life is reflecting your awareness. What are you aware of? You are aware that you're not getting what you want. You're aware of hitting the wall. That hitting the wall stuff is so funny to me. We got big ass fellas, big ass beer bellies trying to tell women about hitting the wall. You have high blood pressure. If your dick ain't fully coming up, it won't be soon. You're talking about hitting a wall? You've been losing hair since you were 28. The wall? Do we really want to talk about the wall? No, I'm saying men hit their prime in their 40. Okay. Maybe some men. Let's make a distinction between a man and a band. Maybe we should do that. See, a man gets what he wants. Know that. A band talks about getting what he wants, but he never does. Well, what is a band, Brooke? A bitch ass nigga. Y'all getting those mixed up. Y'all getting those mixed up. I have no problem checking women on their weight. I do it all the time. Ladies, you too damn big, okay? I know it's a joke. I know it's a meme, but having big ass backs is not funny, right? You got titties in your back. It's no. It's too much. The big backs is too much. You need to tone that shit down, okay? You're getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I like you getting bigger like a growing toddler. I'm the first one to check it. I have no problem with it. I have no problem with it. And we got to address it. And ladies, I got something coming for you just shortly. Just hold tight. Because we're going to stop this. It's just shit has got out of hand. We're going to reel this sucker back in. And you're going to stop coming online and letting people make you feel like you less than what you are. And you only less than what you are because you accept that. Now you got to step your game up. Now we not gonna skate through that. You have to step your game up absolutely. But you're gonna stop making people because you doing it. You allowing people to make you think that you cut off, and you never cut off until you decide that you cut off. A wall. Can't nobody tell you about no wall. Did y'all not see the lady the video of Geraldine? What was it like? Geraldine, they had some old ass names, Geraldine and Willie Earl. And they done got pregnant. They were like 55, 60 years old. I don't know. Yeah. Like I don't want to hear about that. Ain't no cutoff. Do I need to show you the examples of the women? They had a whole thread of women who had their tubes tied and popped up pregnant 10 and 15 years later. Popped up pregnant at 45, 50 years old. I'm just saying, when you tell me what is impossible, all I see is what's possible. So I don't understand what you're talking about. Now, I ain't saying that you should, wait till you're 50 to have a baby. I ain't saying that. But what I am saying to you is you either her or you not. The rules either apply to you or they don't. Huh? You either thinking in your favor or you not. You either get what you want. What happens when you turn your awareness from the earth, from the sense mind, from the carnal mind, from the limited consciousness, and you see yourself as the God that you are? Oh, come on, people. Rock with me for just a second. What happens when you think only in your favor? This is my reality. This is my mind. Like, put up the guards to your mind. Not here. You got to let motherfuckers know. See, y'all quick to let other people know. Well, you want to check a nigga. Everybody want to check somebody. I'm going to check a bitch. I'm going to check a bitch. Check your own pissy thoughts. Won't you check that? Why don't you stand guard to your mind and say, listen, this is sacred ground. Okay? This is sacred ground. That bitch ass shit don't work here. That thinking limited don't work here. That being cut off don't work here. How the hell is this going to be my turf and I'm going to accept the fact that I'm too late? Fucking late. Shit pissed me off. What y'all talking about? I don't know. I can't compute what you're saying. If I think only in my favor, that's all I see. If I be lifted up, I'll draw all men unto me. I keep the ideal lifted. That's all I see. I don't know what you're talking about. I see life getting better and better. I see me getting better and better. That's all I see. I don't know what you're talking about. Well, look, the reality is, I don't know about your pissy reality, bro. This is my ground. You on my turf now, okay? And when you step on my turf, this is how it goes. 24 hours. I need you to give yourself 24 hours. And I need you to cycle through these 24 hours. I need this to be, how is it that you can tell me about everything that's going viral? How is it that you can tell me about all the pressing news? How is it that you can tell me, well, they don't want you to know. They don't want you to know. They don't want you to know. How can you tell? Well, that's a distraction from. That should be like, that should be blowing me every time. They don't want you to know. Tell me what they don't want you to know. Tell me, love. But they trying to distract you. Why would they be trying to distract you when you do it all day, every day? They don't have to try to distract you, love. You do it every day by thinking less of yourself. You do it every day by thinking you trapped in a situation that you can't get out of. Why do they need to distract you? I'm sick and tired of this fucking shit of trying to give the system more power when you are the battery to the system. Fuck your pissy ass conspiracies. How have your conspiracies helped you? Tell me that. And I love a good conspiracy myself. I do. But at a certain point, you have to come up for air. How are your conspiracies helping you? At a certain point, when you keep studying antiquity, I like it. I do the same. Fascinated. Life fascinates me. Like I don't know what bored means because I'm just fascinated by so many things. However, at a certain point, tell me what your continuous study of 4,000 years ago, 3,000, 2,000 years ago, tell me what has it done for you lately. That's all I'm interested in. Not interested in what you know, okay? That you jack off to that. What has it done for you lately? I heard Tom Karen say, suffering is only helpful if it teaches you not to suffer. Lord have mercy. I missed that one, y'all, for a long time. See, my suffering taught me to suffer more. My suffering taught me to suffer more. My pain taught me to pain more, to endure more pain. My lack taught me to endure more lack. Huh? Being, I could, you're not listening to what I'm saying. If you're in a state of pain, if you're in a state of suffering, let it teach you to do it no more. Let it teach you that you've done enough. Because if it's teaching you to do even more of it, to endure even more of it, we've gone wrong somewhere. We've gone wrong. We've missed the mark. That's what the Bible calls sin, is missing the mark. That's how you fall from grace. You fall from grace by way of your mind, by way of your thinking, by way of your attention. Every time you see yourself, every time you give yourself limitation, every time you put on limitation, every time you consider a doubt, you consider that a fear is true, that is based on true, you've yielded to temptation. Yield not to temptation, for yielding is sin. You yield when you react to the illusion. You have yielded to the temptation. When you react to the pain and the struggle, you are acknowledging it as being true. You fuel it. You are Lot's wife who has turned back. You are preserving what you say you want to die, what you say you want to be no more. You are keeping it alive every single time. Think only in your favor. 24 hours. Think only in your favor. Think only in your favor. Think only in your favor. Think only, what is that? Is a verse. Isaiah. I was reading it earlier. Isaiah 26:3. I keep you in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on me. That's how you stay in perfect peace. Every time I see people trying to give the keys to life and they ain't got no peace, I ain't interested. I ain't interested. You tell me how to get money, you ain't got no peace. I mean, tell me how to get some money though. Like let's get the bag. But when I see you, when I see you ain't living in peace, I know you ain't got the answers. When I saw all those spiritual heads folding during COVID, I know, oh, they ain't got no peace. then missed it. And there's only one way that you get peace. There's one way that you experience peace, and that's inner. That's by your awareness. I keep my mind stayed on thee. Matter of fact, let's read it. Thou wilt keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee, because he trusted in him. Who is the him? Who you trusting in? Your awareness. The I am awareness. The I am awareness is limitless. It's the awareness in you that identifies with God. The God being the that. The that, right? It cannot be named. See, you think God is the thing. It can't be the thing, because the God that can be named is not the God at all. The Tao that can be named is not the Tao at all. So anything, once you put a name on it, it ain't it. It's your best description of it, but it ain't it. We talking oneness. That's what that. Let's look at it another way. If you come here, unity consciousness is here, right? But this ain't no fun in and of itself. Like, when people have this fascination, everybody is waiting. This is why I can't rock with neither side, because y'all all full of shit. The religious side, they're waiting to die to get to heaven. The spiritual side, they're waiting to die because they gonna just stay in the void and never come back. Actually, you are. Let me tell you right now. If you've decided that earth is so horrible, that living is so horrible, and that you're going to make sure you ain't coming back, you're going to be the first one back. That shit's so funny to me. That shit is so, damn. That shit is so funny to me. Like, you missed the mark, because why are you still here suffering? Why are you not living and experiencing absolute heaven right now? You would be the first motherfucker back. I'm just here to tell you. So the whole spiritual community, they jack off on this idea that, y'all ain't got the answers. That's why y'all coming back, but I ain't coming back. Yeah, whatever, bro. Whatever. Whatever you got to tell yourself, whatever makes you feel good. The whole, let me give it to you. Let me say something blasphemous, because that's what I like doing. Ain't no God without you. God is useless without you. You ever seen an untamed, like, you ever been through neighborhoods or different communities? You could actually go to different countries sometimes and see this. We can go to different states and see it too, different cities. The area is untamed. It's unkept. Grass is growing every fucking where. Trees is, it's nature. Ain't got the human touch to it, though. You put the human out there and he starts to organize it. He starts to pull out the lawnmower. Well, we shouldn't be cutting the grass, Rook, because that's natural. Shut up. Shut up. That's like saying you shouldn't cut your hair. Why you cut your hair? Why you do anything to your hair? Why you do anything to yourself? Why you get a shape up? Why you shave your legs? Why you shave on the arms? So I don't want to hear it. But when you put the man's touch on it, he got a way of bringing expression. See, you ain't following what I'm saying to you. You're not following what I'm saying to you. There is no God without you. God is useless without you. Huh? It's the experience, people. You got to do this to experience it. There's separation. The one becomes two. The two becomes one. Okay? You have to separate it to experience it. I don't know what cold is until I know what hot is. I don't know what ugly is until beauty. We can do this all day long, all day long, all day long. The problem is not the separation. The separation is the physical experience. That's what duality is. The problem is when you identify yourself as being separate. Your mind must always know the moment you this, your ideal, your ideal, your ideal. This is where you and your ideal, the two has to become one. This is the divine mystical marriage. The two becomes one. Creation is what we're talking about. Creation is what we're talking about, right? You cannot see yourself separate. The moment you see yourself separate, okay, let's frame it another way. What does seeing it separate mean? Well, when I don't acknowledge that it's my awareness, which means it's me. That's what when you hear people say acknowledge that you are one or acknowledge that um everything is you. Damn, I shouldn't take it off. When acknowledge everything is you, that angers people because they see people that they don't like and they like, certainly that's not me. But if everything is a reflection of you and your assumptions, then everything is one. It has to be. That's the way it has to go. So I cannot be separate from my ideal. It's me. The moment it comes to me, it exists. I decide where I want to limit myself. I decide where I want to tell stories about my race. I want to tell stories about it's the system. The last video I did was about the race game. I promise you, if you took, now this is a real one to take 30 days to do, and stop telling any story about racism. This is a big one, y'all. Tell no more stories. Like, I don't give a fuck how much you say it's the history. I don't fucking care. Okay? This is why you preserve it. You are Lot's wife. You the one who don't listen because you keep turning back to it. If you just put the shit down. If you would just put it down. Tell no more stories about the system. I don't want to hear about systematic nothing. I don't want to hear systemic nothing. Tell no more stories about nobody stealing nothing. I don't want to hear nothing else about colonization. If you would leave all that away, just put it behind you and put all of your focus on speaking in your favor. Only in my favor. Only in my favor. Only in my favor. Everything always works for me. Only good things happen to me. I am the best, so I only experience the best. I always get what I want. I am never cut off. I am never broke. I am never lack. I am never sick. I'm never without. I'm always loved. I'm always appreciated. I'm always taken care of. I'm always supported. Only the best for me. Only good things happen to me. Every day and every way I get better and better. Life loves to spoil me. My life loves to prove me right. Reality loves to make sure I get what I want. I only experience the best people, the best places, and the best things. Abundance is always flowing to me and through me. Life keeps getting better and better. Every day in every way, I get better and better. I can't lose. I am a winner. I am God. I'm the greatest motherfucker who walked this planet. I'm the best who ever did it. I am untouchable. I am unstoppable. There is no one better. I am everybody's top priority. Can't nobody touch me. I am the untouchable. Whatever I say goes. Every day in every way, I get better and better. I'm the greatest that ever did it. I'm the greatest who will ever do it. There is no other. I am the best. Who else other than me? Somebody got to do it. I'm the one, and I always get that shit done. And when I get it done, I get it done well. Ain't nobody greater than me. Ain't nobody better than me, because I am the one. I'm the one. I'm the chosen one. I'm the golden child. I'm the beginning and the end. I'm the Alpha and the Omega. I am love. I am perfection. I am the perfect demonstration of all that is. I am the ultimate power. I am one with God. I am one with the universe. Nothing can stop me. I hold no ill will to life, and life holds no ill will to me. I can't stop and I won't stop. I'm the one. What that be like? What that be like when your every waking moment is saturated and nothing but power and favor over your life? What that be like? Huh? What that be like? Talk to me. Talk to me. Matter of fact, don't even talk to me. Let me know if you in. Let me know in the comment section if you in. You got 24 hours. I want to know. And then once you do the 24 hours, I want you to report back. I'm going to tell you right now, and I'm going to say this with every bit of my being. If you don't get what you want this lifetime, if you don't experience what you want this lifetime, you ain't got nobody to blame but yourself. Nobody stopped you but you. Nobody got in your way but you. Nobody thought less of you but you. The only hater that you had was your own ass. The only devil was your own ass. Now, we take that to the bank. It is you. Think in your favor. And you, how do I do? Well, look, I'm saying I'm thinking this and that. And you practice, nigga. You practice. And you practice until it becomes who you are. That's all you do. The same way you practice all the other bullshit that you do. The same way you practice. It's so funny because we'll practice things so that we can check. I told you, like that. To me, that's like the culture, checking a nigga. So we'll be up on our game just to check a nigga. Right, we'll get good in a certain sport. We'll get good on a video game. We'll study certain topics just so we could check a nigga. And I'm saying, I want you to take that same energy to checking yourself. Only the highest. It's up. When I tell you it's up, oh my, ha, baby. 24 hours starts now. Go.